guys, avoiding scams as an actor. If I had $1 for every time I've encountered someone who is signed with a bogus agent, who has done bogus casting calls and all these scams, I would literally be a million. Well, I wouldn't be a millionaire. I'd probably be in the six-figure range, because they are just, I used to tell myself, I'm just so surprised that people fall for this. But at the same time, like, I get it. When you don't know anything about the industry and it's just, you only know what's, being advertised or whatever, like, I can see where that can happen. But scammers, I'm going to talk about like pretty much how to avoid being scammed as an actor, because some scammers are out there and we don't have time to be getting scammed. Not in this economy, for the most part. So when it comes to agents and managers, guys, repeat after me. An agent will never, a legitimate agent will never, ever, ever ask for any money up front. Like, they will never, ever ask for any money up front. Agents and managers get paid off of commission, as in, think of it like a real estate agent. They only get paid when you book the job. In real estate, they only get paid when they sell the house. There's no upfront fee. There's no, that's how the collaboration is. That's how the partnership is between an agent and a client. You will never, ever, ever have to pay any money up front, ever. An agent will only get paid 10% of when you book. Now, there are agents out there, scam agents, I should say. There are scam agents out there who will make you pay like I've heard people say they paid deposits up front. I've heard people say that they have like their own like headshot photographers that you can only use, and it has to be through them and all that stuff. Now, of course, with a legitimate agent, they'll have like recommended headshot photographers that they would suggest you trying out. But with these scam agents, they have like their own headshot. They do like their own headshots, and they do their own like classes even. No, guys. An agent only gets paid 10% when you get paid, when you book the job. You never ever have to pay anybody up front. Same goes with talent managers. You never ever have to pay. They work off of commission. It's just like a real estate agent. There's also a lot of scam out there, and I don't know if you guys remember, like when the radio was a big thing back in the day, you would always hear about like these casting calls for Disney, or like these model casting calls for like some like Casablanca or whatever. Guys, most of the time, from what I've heard, 99.99% of the time, those are scams. They either set you up for extra work, or they're like, be on a Disney hit show, and then it's like extra work, and then you also have to pay up front to be an extra. There's so many casting calls or extra casting calls for extras that you get paid and that are completely free. These are not legitimate. You're getting, it's like, I remember being in class with a peer, and she told me that she put her daughter in one of those like casting calls, and they had paid like $3,000 up front only for her to be an extra in like a Disney show. Like $3,000. Anyway, so no, guys, never ever pay any money up front. And I mean, I don't know much about the modeling world, but I would assume it's like the same thing when it comes to modeling. Never ever ever pay any money up front, guys. Agents, legitimate agents, get paid off of commission. They pay 10%. You pay them 10% after you book the job, and you get paid. Another thing to look out for is there's a lot of scam agents that will also advertise. Like, I remember like years ago, there was like a big billboard about like in Atlanta about like talents for Christ, or talent for Christ, or whatever. And they're out here using the good Lord's name. Can you believe that? They're never ever going to advertise, ever. You'll never see a billboard. You'll never see, a radio casting call for an agency or manager. Like, everything, for the most part, how you hear of other managers and agencies is you submit by hearing about them from other actor friends, by your acting teachers, by just the word in the industry, by, Googling and researching legitimate agencies, like SAG-AFTRA franchised agencies, all of that stuff. But they're never ever going to advertise. And I'm telling you guys, like, these agents that are advertising, like I said, they're doing like, you got to get their headshots done with them and your classes with them. And Oh, one more thing I forgot to add is I remember like years ago when I was on Black Lightning, a lot of some extras were like talking to me because we were like in the bleachers, like in the audience. I was that was where my scene was, or where I had to talk from. And I remember conversing with them real quickly, and they were like, oh yeah, my agent got me this job. I'm like, as an extra? And they're like, yeah, they submit me to like a lot of extra roles. So like, not only are you doing their own, like their headshots and their classes, but they're also just submitting you to extra work. Like what, guys, it doesn't make any sense. Please, please be careful. Go with your gut, listen to your instincts. Never ever pay any money up front. Legitimate agencies are not gonna be advertising themselves everywhere. Please just go with your gut, do your research, ask around. Never, ever, ever pay any money up front, even for casting calls from like famous casting directors. And no, if they're doing, there is a such thing as casting calls for sure, but you never have to pay to go to a at least during the 8-9 years of my professional career, I've never, for all the casting calls I went to, I've never had to pay to go to a casting call or an open call. Those are auditions that are either submitted by my agency, or I'll go to them and then there's a panel of casting directors and you just do your thing. Now casting director workshops is different. That's when you actually buy time to spend with a casting director. They assign you work or you assign yourself work and you get to perform for them and be seen. That's different. But a casting call to be like on a Netflix show, guys, no. Listen to your gut. I hope this helps. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Bye-bye.